remove my hands from the mouse. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Set 6 tier list, the hardest YouTube video I've ever tried to record. We're doing a Set 6 tier list for all the Jetbird characters from the My Hero Academia collectible card game. And boy howdy, we've had no technical issues. At time of recording, basically, there are still 4 cards that have not been previewed from the set. And so you can take this list with a small grain of thought. Maybe there's some card that absolutely breaks Toga 3 in half. And so like when I put her in one thing and she should be in another, we can take that with a grain of salt. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it afterwards. So with that, I want to go ahead and just get rocking nice and easy. And I'm going to start with Toga. So Toga is an interesting character. I like this character a lot. She's got symbols that are decent enough for the cool thing that she's wanting to do, right? Because every time that she plays a weapon, my rival commits one. The first move that I play gets big stats. But that response after any attack that I play deals damage. I get to take any card I want from my discard pile and put them on momentum. Toga 2 has a lot of cool momentum tricks. Ochako 1 has a lot of cool momentum tricks. There's a lot of cool things that this character can do. My issue is like the enhance, if this is the first attack you've played this turn, it gets 1/3, kind of like isn't good enough, right? For that reason, I think I'm just going to put her in fine. I don't think that she's bad. I think she's playable, right? I think that she is playable. I think she's just fine. I think that there's not a lot going on for this character to like make her astronomical, you know? She's fine. I think if you like really dedicated yourself, you could come up and you could compete with these good characters. But there's going to be I think a lot of characters in this good tier, and Toga just like doesn't quite get there. She's actually just too cute for her own good. But next, I want to talk about Ochako 4. This character has 2 wacky symbols for what Ochako has had in the past with the you know what I can do? Hold up. I can do this. I can do this. And then I can do... Watch me. I have to edit this whole damn thing anyway, so we can just do this. Window capture. Hello. Boop. Hey, it's Ochako. And then when I scroll and I do this, hey, love that. All right, so back to Ochako. Ochako's got some weird stuff going on for the symbols that she has and has had in the past. But I think this character is really, really good. She kind of has a slight overhaul thing going on. Let me explain. So she's got this really cool move, this cool play pattern, where she can commit a card utilizing its ability, enhance flip with Ochako, right, to take and flip with Ochako to give stats. Your move hits because we gave it something +3 speed, and then you re-ready the face down, and then you play your second move and then unflip that card, so you can then commit it again and utilize it one more time. I think that that's really, really strong. I think it's really, really good. And so that's why, like, I am a fan personally of this character, and I think that she is good. Not enough to really put her in the very good category, but I think that she is good. I think that she's a character that I am down to like really grind, put my real heart and soul into, and see if I can push her to very good. But just like at first glance, if there was like a halfway point between good and very good, it's probably where I'd put her. Because like accidentally giving +3 stats on stuff, re-readying foundations, unflipping foundations is cracked. Ochako 4 is far and away way better than Toga 3, and it's not close. Next I want to talk about Best Genius. 7 hand size, 19 health character. A weird stat lineup for this set, right? This set is full of 6-handers. 6-handers that just want to like just beat ass. And so 7 hand size character. This is one of the characters that I haven't played with yet. I haven't played with, haven't played against, haven't seen gameplay footage, haven't seen any of it. I think that this character is really neato because they're kind of an 8-hander that gives one thing 2/2, right? Discard a card after an attack is blocked, add an attack from my rival's discard pile to their card pool, period. And so, like, he's a 7-hander that stuffs the card pool to make things a little bit quicker or a little bit worse. I think he's, like, if we could say that Ochako is good, borderline very good, I think that he's fine, borderline bad. I think he's, like, riding this line as well. So, I think what I'm going to do, to be fair to the characters, I'm going to put him in fine for now. And he's got the world on his shoulders because I have to see if he ends up being bad, right? It's a thing that I have to play test. Some of these other characters I've played with, I've seen them played. I think he actually might be the only character on the list that I haven't played against, actually. He's the only character on the list that I haven't played against. I believe that's true. That could be wrong. But yeah, he's fine. He's fine. What's the last symbol again? Good. He's got all death good. My next one. Dobby 2. Or Dobby 3, excuse me. All of my moves get +1 speed at minimum. All of your moves get -1 speed. If I hit, I deal 1. So kind of like all my moves get 1/1, which is kind of like a thing that Todoroki 4 is doing. But he's also got this added effect of... no, that's it. That's just it. He might like get to see his top card. I think this guy is kind of bad. I think he's kind of bad. I think if you're doing this, you should just be a different character. I think all of his stuff going into Shigaraki 3 is going to be very, very silly. But I for one, am not a fan of this guy. I think that his character card actually just doesn't... This character card actually just doesn't really do anything. Right? I just, like, I get +1/+1. That's it. There is some, like, cool things that you can do with that Midland Enhance of, like, sometimes if I've built up my board, I'm going to get, like, +3 speed, which is really cool. Like I'm +3/+1 for no reason. And there's a bunch of cool pieces interact with them. And, like, his kit is made to be played under the evil symbol. The evil symbol is so cracked for him. This is an evil symbol character because him and Shigaraki 3's support just, like, go so hand in hand together. But I think he's kind of bad. I'm not a fan of this guy, and I'm excited to be proven wrong with Dobby more than I am to be like, yo, we're cooking. We're cooking. It's going to be great. Up next is just Endeavor 3. I think this guy's good. Even with the infinite combo of, like, instantly cycle yourself so all your moves have +2, +3, I think he's fine. Or I think he's good. Sorry. Fine's his own category. Can't use the word fine. I think he's good. I think the +2 speed on all of your moves is powerful. It's potent. I'll use that word instead of the word powerful. It's potent. But that's kind of all he does. His form once per game is a little... I mean, it's definitely inconsistent, right? Like, there's plenty of times that you'll lose, and the only thing that your character did was give 2 speed. There's plenty of times where you'll win, where the only thing that your character did was give 2 speed, right? Like, there's just other things that you could be doing instead, but maybe you're like... I don't know, maybe the +2 speed is worth it on all of your moves because of the cool thing that you get to do once you cycle. I don't know. He's certainly not a Tam character, but I can't dismiss the fact that he's good. He's just a good character. Prominence burn, remove the attack, then form. So you just like, his form once per game is they burn 3, is what you're saying? I commit a bunch of resources for my 6 diff foundation for them to burn 3. That's my once per game? Yeah, I'm not. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, he's fine. He's fine if that's the logic. Neat. Neat. I do think that I think his best symbol is probably the Earth symbol, just because like you get to accidentally fall into the infinite, right? Right? Like if I just like have my cool card, have the foundation, and I instantly cycle once, I just don't think he's allowed to be like a 50 card deck, right? You probably run him at like 70, find that piece, and then mill, and then you get 60 cards, and all your moves have +2, +3. That's when this character becomes very good. But even then, like, it's fine. It's fine. Gentle Criminal. I like this guy a lot. I like this guy like a ton. Like a ton. I think he's super neato. I think that he is good. My issue with Gentle Criminal, as I have played him and seen him played, is all his moves come for printed. If you can figure out how to actually get some damage pump on him, he's going to be very quality, very solid. I think Gentle Criminal is single-handedly the reason that we have so many 6-hand size characters in this set. Because I think Gentle Criminal does a really good job of stringing out and killing 7-handers. He just plays move after move after move really well. And so like my 7-hander, if they feel they have to block, which he's slinging huge bombs at my opponent, at my rival, he says that this last one, I passed it for free, it got harder to block, and I get to kill you with it. It's strong. It's very strong. I'm playing at the moment, at time of recording, like this void pseudo discard flash deck where I'm not playing any enhances on my board. I'm just trying to kill you with cool flash moves that you can't interact with. And it's neat, it's fun, and it's stealing games. I am nervous about the Gentle that like starts pressing buttons on their side of the board. I think this guy is good. Next we have Hawks. The couple times that I have seen Hawks play, it feels like the only thing that this guy wants to do, that I've seen people want to do with him, is just play Blood Moon Rending. And that card is bad, so I'm going to put Hawks in bad. I think him having the 2 bonus mid blocks is very cool. Him having the 2 bonus pokes is very cool. But it has felt like, under the evil symbol, at least, it is so hard to find like good quality offense to like actually kill you. It's just not felt great. It's possible my deck is bad, but I don't think having to wait for the feathers to get in my discard pile in order to pick them up. They're 1 mid for 1s, 1 mid for 3 in him. I was even like pumping them so they were like 1 mid for 6 and 7. And it still was just barely getting there. I think the cool things that he gets to do on defense with his response for minus bonus speed, the cool things that you get to do to change the attack zone to high and swap the stuff is very neat. But my issue is like I think his offensive game plan is really is not quite there for what I want to do in the game, right? I don't think this guy is very good. With that said, I'm going to lose to every Hawks in bracket and feel very bad about it. Hood. 5-hand size, 33 health character, mill 1. Your attack gets damage equal to difficulty. And then response commit a foundation. After you take damage, draw a card and commit 1. And I selectively commit 1 rival foundation. I think this guy is fine. This guy is fine as long as you're down to try and build the deadlock with your 5-hand size character, right? I'm supposed to backswing with this guy. I'm supposed to survive what's going on and then kill you back. If I can get to turn 3, turn 4 as my 5-hand size disruptive character, cool, awesome. And then like roll some 4s or 5s, maybe 6s off the top if I'm playing like the 6 damage package as Hood, cool, fine. But he's probably like him and Best Genius are in this like category of like halfway between fine and bad. It just really depends on how much defense can I find early enough to stave off my opponent to keep their board committed so that I can build up this stage, leverage my 33 health, commit down their best pieces, draw good blocks, make good partials, heal my health back, and like press a bunch of buttons to do this, right? I think this guy is really, really cool. I think this guy's really, really cool. I enjoy playing this character. I've enjoyed playing him more than I've enjoyed playing Hawks. So that might be coloring my perception of the character a little bit, of just like I'm putting him in fine, maybe based on raw enjoyment alone. But I like this kind of game plan. So like you have to try and crack my board, and I'm gonna be slowly taking away pieces as you do so. I think that's neat. Up next, we got the boy, Midoriya. I'm putting him in good because I still believe in him, but I think he's like... I have not had success in my playing with him, so he might be like somewhere between good and fine. Like he might just be like at the top of fine. But man, I'm gonna put him there for now. I have had so many fun games that I lose with Midoriya 5. So many games. So they're so fun, and I lose them all. But I have a blast doing the things on my end, but it's just not quite enough to get there. Is it just lack of damage? It might be that. It might be a lack of damage. It might be a lack of like decent enough moves. It could be. I also have been really trying to formulate his kit. I haven't tried a real punch package yet. Like I've just been focusing on like air charges, but I haven't looked at the all symbol. I haven't looked at the life symbol. Like there's definitely more experimenting, but I can tell you that the first things that I've done to this character have not paid off fruitfully. And so, and I think he's the character I might have played the most out of the set so far. Yeah. I think that's where it's at. Up next, we've got Bakugo. Bakugo 4. I think this guy... I want to put this guy in the very good category. But if I put him in the very good, he's going to be at the very tail end of very good. And here's the reason why. This guy who sees rabble rousing and 2 or 3 more attacks, incredible. This guy who doesn't see rabble rousing, kind of a limp noodle. The discard one of my opponent's card every turn, clear 1 card out of my card pool, that's a really strong ability. You're not allowed to damage reduction my moves at all. That's a really strong ability. I think that he might just go in like the very tip top of good, maybe the bottom of very good. But this guy, like if he just draws the nuts, he'll just blow you up on turn 2 for free. I've had it happen where he just actually blows me up. And it's annoying because it's sometimes I just can't even defend myself. Again, another one of those characters that like I'm afraid is just gonna eat 7-handers alive, because I know he's been eating 6-handers alive whenever I play against him. Jiro's incredible. Jiro's so good. Jiro has an alternate win con condition that says all of her moves say that eventually if I hit you enough times I win the game. And she also, for free on her turn, readies her whole stage, as well as on all of your moves, give them minus speed, because everybody's moves are at least printed 4 speed. It's so hard to find a decent 3-speed move, and if you have a decent 3-speed move, you just take and put actual speed hate in your deck to like, hey, your 3-speed move is now a 2-speed move, and I block for free. Is the alternate win con a consistent clock? I think so. But because the thing is like, I can either hit you for full, right? And it hits you enough to, like, win the game, or I take and you half block things, I don't hit you with very hard moves, and I get to the 25 and I just press the button and I don't have to worry about it anymore, right? At time of recording, Capture Evildoers isn't a banned card, and so there are like soft loops of like I get to play like 6 or 7 attacks, and even if they don't, they're only doing 3 to 5 damage. If I hit you, partial block, redraw my hand, blah blah blah, tasty riff, blah 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 blah, I can just like I can find 25 counters accidentally. And so, like, I think this character is very good. I think she plays differently than anybody else on this cast. Anybody else on this cast, and I think that it is going to be, it's going to show results. It just is. Ryukyu. I think this character is very good. This character has a 3-card combo that says play 5 attacks. This character is the Jiro of Jiro 1 of this set of, oh, if I just check well, I'll just kill you. And that is not talking about the fact that she still has Capture Evildoers under the all symbol to like allow her to string out even harder. She draws cards for free, she steals momentum for free. I don't care that her moves are blank because they're slightly overstated because they are blank, right? Like, I don't have to stun you if I just, like, swing at you over and over and over again. She's got 28 health and not, like, 25 health. Like, she's not, like, a glass cannon. She, like, actually has some amount of defense. She also gets to, like, if I block with any of my blank cards, I get to draw them. And if I don't like it, I can put it in momentum, or I just draw, right? Like it's not play a card on my turn. It's play a card on either player's turn. This character is very good. And I think that, like... I think the players that can consistently find the loop of turn 2 attacks into 5 attacks is going to be annoying. And she also takes and has a piece inside of her kit, the 5 diff, that when it seals itself, it flips you. I selectively flip your pieces. It's very. I think she's good. I think she's good. I think she's good. Easy as that. Simple. Todoroki. I think this guy's good. I think this guy is probably better than Endeavor. I think Todoroki and Ryukyu have very similar energies to me of just like, hey, I'm gonna put a bunch of stats on stuff. The issue with Todoroki is that instead of having the consistency of draw power, he has the disruption of seal that thing, right? Like, it's very easy from his second attack forward to take and like give +3/+3 to the next 3 moves that he plays. He is the best water character in the game at the moment, I think, right? Because he's actually trying to kill you, right? We saw Todoroki 1 do well at Nationals, at US Nats, based on like the I'm not gonna try and kill you plan. I'm gonna play 117 cards and just like if whatever happens. But I think this guy actually is trying to kill you with like an actual offensive game plan. And I for one am a fan of how this guy plays. I think this guy plays really, really well. I think this character, if you like Todoroki, this is the one that you should be playing. Asui. This is a surprise, and I don't know if you guys are going to see this coming. I'm putting Asui in the very good tier. I think this character is messed up, and it's one of the characters that I'm really looking forward to exploring. She is, if I find an attack, a 7 hand size, 27 health character, because committing my character doesn't matter. She just like doesn't. Committing my character doesn't matter because if you block, I get to re-ready her, which is perfect. If I block, I get to ready and then redraw. I discard a card to clear the card out of my card pool. I didn't want that card anyways. I think this character is like really, really messed up. Like, she's really good. This is a character that's like on my short list of like, I'm excited to, if I like dedicated my next season to just playing Asui 3, I think that I would have an absolute blast. Like I would love to just play Asui 3 next season. This is the character that, like, looking at face and, like, all of the choices that we have available to us, I think she's going to be really strong. To E-commit, draw a card after an attack is blocked, ready this card is, like, so good. It's so good. Yeah, but we'll move on. Cammy. Cammy's so interesting. So my big thing about Cammy is, like, the only thing that I can get past her is when it comes to Cammy, the main thing that I'm seeing with her is that I can play the Harden Barrage, All Might's Mentorship, Advice for Winners, not Advice for Winners, what's the name of the other 3-diff? What's the name of the other 3-diff? Award the Victor loop. Because she just says once per turn, commit a foundation. After my attack is completely blocked, it's considered partially blocked. And so you just, like, anytime that they full block, the one time they full block your move, you're like, you partialed. Oh, it hit. I'll unflip this. I'll stack this. I'll draw this. Oh, I'll do it again. Oh, that was your only high block? Oh, well, then I'll just do it for every number of cards in my hand. And so, like, I think that, like, she's really real under the all symbol. Not to mention, she has access to her own cards that, like, if this move hits, stack a card, redraw a card, there's 3 damage, right? And we haven't even talked about the response, commit, discard a taunt card before the block step of my rival's attack reduces damage to 0. So, like, she can just sit there and be like, no, don't do that. No, I don't want to take that one. Pump that for as much as you want, Hood. I don't care. 0. Like, she just gets the last chance on all of it. It's really, really solid. The question is, how consistent can we make it, right? How consistent can we make it? For that reason, I think she's fine. I think she's fine. I want to see how that loop works in general. I want to see how the loop works. I'm surprised to see Bakugo that high. You know what, Cardboard Jesus, for you, I'll move him down 1. We'll put him at the top of good. Edge shot. After you attack, your non-attack cards get -1 difficulty and -1 of their block modifiers until the start of your next turn. So the start of your next turn. I'm surprised to see Bakugo that low. You know what, Cyclic, just for you, we'll put Bakugo a little bit higher. Now we'll leave him at good just to see, but we might move him back up at the very end. Edge shot. I think this guy is very good. I think that he's a 7 hand size glass, not even a glass cannon, right? Because his block mod is get way easier. Him just giving +1/+1 over and over and over again is, like, so silly. I think all of these, if reviewed cards, are as good. Canyon Cannon in this character is nuts. It just is. It's just nuts. Canyon is insane. I think that the Lurkers archetype, which we're getting to very soon, is, like, very, very potent, very, very powerful. And I think Headshot is the best one of them because he plays both. But having played against the other two, I'll get into my explanation in a little bit. Having played against the other two, like all 3 of these characters play their packet, the Lurkers package, really, really well. But we'll move on to Inasa, sorry. Man, I'm a huge fan of Inasa. I think that Inasa is a good character. I think he's I think he's good. He might be here if I had to, like, rank them. Destroy one, re-ready one, I think is, like, a nutso ability. And then commit one of my foundations for X speed. So, like, I could +2 or -2 speed on the flash moves. Like there's destroy one, refresh one is incredible. Like, it's really good. I like Inasa a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah. I think Inasa's fine at best. Nah, I think people are sleeping on destroy one, re-ready one. I think people are really sleeping on that. Master of Grenade Bracers, correct. I think this guy just, like, having twice as much stage as normal, and, like, there's I think he's really only playable under the death symbol. I haven't looked at the other symbols, but like the death symbol, he's just got like so many things going for him. It's very good. Kamui Woods. I think Kamui is fine. I played against this deck last night, and boy howdy, it had a lot of moving pieces, and it had to work really, really hard to get it to happen. But there was one game when all of his things happened that he was like a 40 health character, and it was very difficult. I took 2 turns off, and he went from 25 health to 40 health, and it was rough. It was difficult. And I think the only reason that I squeaked that out is because like he checked poorly and I checked well on the last move. Yeah, it was potent. It was potent. It was truthfully, I was ready to go into this tier list today to put him here. I was ready for it. But this guy's got moves, right? Which is why I'm excited for like these 2 characters that are considered bad. I'm excited to see their moves, because you take somebody who's good with the character and like make them good and run it. Mount Lady. So here is my thing about Mount Lady. I think Mount Lady is in the Bakugo tier, where I think she is very good. I think this character is very good. The word unblockable is not fair. It's not. If this character didn't have access to... Oh, we should swap over to the Mount Lady card. If this character did not have access to the Lurker's support, where she could do a bunch of discard and then redraw, discard and then redraw, all that discard is considered to be reviewing, I think that she would not be very good. If you had to manually review the cards, right? I think this character saying unblockable is dumb. I hate that keyword. I hate that keyword a lot. All of her moves are +3 damage and stun 1 after turn 3. And she's got 30 health and like enough defense in order to do the thing, right? And like, obviously on these symbols, you can do things to interact with my opponent in order to shut down their defense, in order to make the unblockable like worth it, you know? Yeah, it's silly. And my last one, I don't have a real picture of, is just Mirko, who I'm gonna put in the good category. I think that I'm gonna move me back down. I'm here now. I think that she's cool. Oh, we still can't see her. If I do this, what happens? Hey. I think that she is in a cool spot. The fact that she says the word Fury on her character card means that she's playable. If she didn't say Fury, I think she'd be bad. But I'm not positive. I'm not positive on it. I like what she's doing, and I think that her game plan is really neat, of like the play patterns that she has to do, and the way that you design her deck actually almost like fights her character concept a little bit, because of how much you're clearing. Sometimes like you just don't have a card to flip, like if you're clearing enough. So there's lots of cool ideas going on with is it Mirko? Is there an I in there? No, there's no I. But with that said, I'm going to take one more peek at my tier list and see if I actually want to move anybody or anything. I'm going to take a little looking. I think I'm only going to do some shuffling around inside of the tiers, right? Because I like Bakugo a lot, but I actually think it might be this. And this might just be personal preference if I like what Todoroki's doing more than Bakugo, because I think sealing my opponent's cool stuff is potent. It's very potent, and Bakugo really has to see Rabble. So maybe he drops down to here, because like Bakugo with and without Rabble is like so different. Bakugo without Rabble, if they banned Rabble tomorrow, I put Bakugo here. But like Bakugo with Rabble, it's so good. This might be, I'm gonna swap these two. I might put this here. This might be where I'm at. I really want to put this up here. This here. this here, and then yeah, that's where I'm at. I think this is the list. This is my list. I'm a fan. I like what this is. Chat, what do you guys think? Let me know. We're gonna sit here for the next 10-15ish minutes and talk about where I put stuff, where you would put stuff. Let me know. So with that said, YouTube, thank you much for watching, and as always, I wish you well.